You might remember a couple of springs ago, we planted up a container and I used perennials in that container. And one of the things that I talked about is how you can utilize perennials in a container, and if you want, you can either leave them in that container or then plant them in the garden and give them another life. And so that's what I want to showcase here is some of those perennials that were originally in those containers. We've planted them in the garden and I wanted to show how well they're doing here. So if you remember, we had a Summit Alyssum down in the front to give us a bright yellow pop of color. That's what I really love about this plant still. And you can see that it's just thriving here in the garden. Does like kind of well-drained soil, so we have it in a slightly elevated garden here. We still have it in a container also, so it's getting well-drained soil there as well. But it is just thriving in both locations. Now this Summit Alyssum shouldn't be confused with the Sweet Alyssum, as that is actually a different genus. But this one is hardy from zones 3 to 8, and so you could leave it in the container, it still does well. Because remember, when we're planting in a container, we want to make sure that we're planting to a zone colder than what we are, because it has that ambient air around it, so we want to make sure that it is hardy in there. However, here in the ground, you can see how it's really created a nice drift of yellow color here. And so you might have seen some of the other segments we've done on phlox, how phlox makes a nice colorful drift in the spring, but one color that phlox does not come in is this bright yellow. So you get this nice cheery yellow here early in the springtime. And you can see the foliage below it is kind of a gray-green color, almost a little bit of a blue tint to it as well. So after it's done blooming, we will cut this flowers back to allow that foliage to recover. The thing about this is because it's hardy from zones 3 to 8, it can get a little sensitive the further south that you get in the hot southern sun, and also in really humid conditions, it can suffer as well too. But right here in north central Oklahoma, it's doing fine. This has been in the ground for 2 years and it's looking great. Now another plant that we had in that container also was this April Night. It is a salvia, so you can see it here behind us. It's just starting to come on in early April and blooming. And you may be asking about the salvia behind this. This is actually a different salvia. It's called Blue Bayou that blooms even earlier in the spring. So for the same reason we put them together in the container, purple and yellow makes a great combination. And if you're looking to add yellow into the garden, around a rock garden or over a wall, try this Summit Alyssum.
We hope you enjoyed this video as part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on the OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.